Timberwolves looked at... Take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to Miami. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Toronto. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down. It's Bielitsa. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Here's Towns. Okafor inside. The jump hook. That one goes in.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
And they double up Paul. And here's Chandler from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Pass to Okafor. Outside Russell. Here's Towns. Defended by Paul. Russell feeling it out a bit. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Russell's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Paul. And stolen by Russell.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Takes the 3. And it's Towns missing.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Toronto now. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility club. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Bergenis. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Knocked away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, to the inside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Berton's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Outside, Russell. And Towns gets it to go.
You know, defensively, there's not a lot you can do in that situation. I mean, Towns is just so big and strong and long. Really hard to stop him in the paint.
Paul is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here's Toronto. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Russell.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
A wide open look here for Vucevic. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Towns in the corner. Russell with a wide open look. Pass to Crabbe. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. From deep three-point range. Russell no luck. Timberwolves trail by 9. To the wing on the left. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Here's Paul. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Brogdon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. He has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. And he hits the jump shot. Raptors leading by 5. Poked away. And Bertans now top of the key. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Murray, good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Three on 3. To Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
Out to the right wing. Niang, no good.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Toronto. And it was from three-point range. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Boy, the ferocity on the glass, really impressive, and they're not backing up at all, not giving an inch on the boards.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Well, you look at D'Angelo Russell, and this season and last season, I really think it was just about maturing, and that goes with all young players in this league. It's a process. I thought he needed to get away from L.A. and the episode he had there with his teammates, and I think he's now more focused and knows more of what it takes to be successful in the NBA.
Pass to Kid Gilchrist. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Trier. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Shot's good by Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing. Greg, you know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Well, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game.
And Russell gets it to go.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Lets it go from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You know, the more of these threes Paul hits, the more dangerous he becomes as a passer, and he hits his fair share of those threes.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Back to Prince. Pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Prince. And here's Russell. There's the lob to Towns.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach, Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass.
Pass to Vucevic. It's rebounded by Towns.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Off with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Paul is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Raptors with the ball. And Belyita has it in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Belyita's got 5 points so far.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
The shot by Wilson, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
.149 left in the first half. Murray left side to the paint. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I call Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
And it's Paul penetrating. Kicks it out to Johnson. Towns with the steal. There's Crabbe with the three. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 6-point Toronto lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Towns, the bounce pass. And it's Okafor missing. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Crabbe pulls it in. One-on-one fast break. And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, it's enjoyable watching Okafor use his size so well. I mean, he's just bludgeoning the rim whenever he gets it inside down low.
And the rejection by Towns. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Raptors lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Murray. Back to Paul. Down low. Here's Brogdon. And he overshot that one, missing. Jacks up a 3. Out to Russell. Takes a 3. Traps in the tray. Russell's got the first field goal of the second half for the Raptors.
Yes, filling it up. Russell now shooting past his typical scoring pace.
Minnesota calls timeout. When it comes to initiating this play, Clark, for your money, who are the perimeter pick-and-roll ball handlers right now in the game?
Well, the guys that come to mind for me, Chris Paul is fantastic in the pick-and-roll. Damian Lillard is outstanding. James Harden. And I think Victor Oladipo is getting better. I mean, he's so good at finding seams and using his athleticism to get to the bucket, and he's really grown as a finisher. Kyrie Irving is just a terrific one-on-one player. Sometimes he doesn't even need the screen guy. He's so good with the ball. And obviously Steph Curry is in that category too.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Still plenty of room to get better. Kid Gilchrist doing his best to become an all-around player.
For Minnesota, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And it's Paul penetrating. Shoots it up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the paint. From 8. And Vucevic finishes inside. Vucevic has got 5.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
The wide open look here for Lopez. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Here's Vucevic. And a miss there on the triple.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Kept alive. Russell from long range. You can't get that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Bucket is good. And now it's only a 5-point Toronto lead.
I think the main strength of Kid Gilchrist's offensive game, the size and touch needed to be effective inside.
Toronto calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here. Toronto leading by 5. And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
Well, the big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Game 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in Game 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out how that one went in. Don't think they drew it up that way, but hey, it still counts because it worked.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Russell from long range.
Kid Gilchrist is a rugged, determined defensive player and takes pride in manning up on the guy he's guarding.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Paul with the ball. Now defended by Vonleh. And then Johnson with the dunk.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Tremendous combination of power and finesse there. I mean, once Towns gets to the rim, it's a wrap.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. He gets that one. 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And, you know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. To the inside. Johnson. And again, it's Minnesota.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
and really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Over to the left wing. And stolen by Russell. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 23. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Toronto leading by 12. Now off the inbound. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Great D that time from Vucevic. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 12. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Lopez. That one good for 2. Lopez has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors. And it's Paul penetrating. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Lopez up top. Wide open look. Count it. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And a nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
Pass to Vucevic. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Clock at 6. Back to Wilson.
And they've struggled from three-point range here in the second half, and it's making it that much harder for them to chip away at that lead.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
He just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
Toronto calls timeout.
Just act like I told you. You can tell by the look on my face I ain't coming to do nothing else but gold you. Just tell all them I never rolled That boy better know +20. Questions are big, you don't ask me any. That means I don't want to hear nothing other than go true. And here's your bottle of hello. Born and raised in the ghetto. They chat to police in my single settle. Put on my go-to face and swing at MC all over the place.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Lopez with the bucket. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Pertinis.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Lopez. Drills it from outside. And the Raptors lead by 12.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Back to Paul. Here's Pertinis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Berton's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
Well, his reputation is already pretty good. I think he just enhanced it right there.
Paul is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Raptors now. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Lopez missing again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Right with it. Chris Paul covering. Knocked loose.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 14. There's a minute 34 left in the game. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Raptors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And a one-sided season series this has been. In the final game of the year between these two, they end up doing everything necessary to finish up with a 2-0 record against the Timberwolves.
And you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Kid Gilchrist, very good at absorbing contact while shooting, capable of muscling these tough shots up and in.
Okafor inside. Again, Toronto.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.